So tonight we're gonna go harvest some stuff, and yeah, I know I posted an episode earlier, but that was actually from the other day, and I'm just slow at stuff. But we got rain last night, inches of rain, so that's awesome. Dump that out because we're supposed to be getting more rain. So I've got to go get that okra, and I actually am wearing my good shoes, and I'm probably gonna regret this because the ground is super duper soft. But I Norwex, so I don't worry about mud. Ouch. Actually, today I slipped and fell in the mud twice. Also, I mixed up a new concoction today of natural bug spray. The one I was using before just wasn't cutting it. So we tried a different recipe. We're going to stop right here at the tomatoes and harvest some of them because we've got red juicy guys. These, can't really get to that one. Maybe I should take the tomato out of my hand. Come on, I know you want to come off. Let's see. It said if they come off fairly easy, they're ready. I don't know what fairly easy actually is. Let's see. Oh, that's fairly easy. That's fairly easy. Let's see about this guy. He may could have. No, he's ready. Oh, and they're so good. I ate some the other day. Let's see. What does this guy look like? Nah, we'll leave him on. I need to get back here and get to these. I know that one's ready. And I know this one's ready. So basically, just popping them off. Oh, spider. I think I got bit by a spider earlier. There's a couple holes in my arms. All of that looks fine. All that looks fine. I can't wait for these. These are the yellow boys, I think is what they were called. I don't think I've ever eaten a yellow tomato, so I'm real curious to see how that goes. And there's nothing on this vine yet that's red. So those are gonna stay put. But look at this. These just keep flowering and keep flowering. These are the Sweet 100, super Sweet 100. And I am super excited to eat those. But our biggest focus, you can see how wet everything is. And I was telling you how, like, the way that they garden, the ground is so soft. Like, you just sink everywhere you step. It's just so soft. Okay, so we got to get this okra off. And I think I need to try to set the phone up in a way that's going to let you see what I'm doing without me having to hold it. This one, I think obviously it's probably overripe or I don't know. They're not ripe. I don't know what you call it, okra. But that one is very large. It said 2 to 3 inches. It said if they get too hard, they'll get woody. I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to feel like, but there's that. I'm going to go ahead and harvest this one over here too, because it looks like it's ready. I think that's a good size. Corbin, if you're watching, let me know if that's good size. It said 2 to 3 inches. I feel like that's about the size that they eat. Let's see. That one will leave. There's nothing on that one. Those are pretty small, so we'll leave those. That one's pretty small. I think, where is it? Oh, there it is. I think I'll leave that one, maybe. It looks like it could get a little bigger, and that one's kind of small. Let's go check. I gotta get my clippers. Let's go check on these, ooh, sinkhole. Let's go check on these cucumbers. See how they're doing. I forgot already which ones we looked at the other day. But I mean, these things. I was talking to somebody, Hattie had basketball tonight. Oh, those are the ones we looked at the other day, I think. I was talking to somebody tonight at basketball. She was asking me about my garden, and she was asking, how my stuff is, and I was telling her, and I got to the tomatoes, and I said, I've got so many tomatoes, and she was like, you must be really good, and I was like, no, really, I think the key to it is you just don't know what you're doing, and that's how you have success, because that's the only explanation I can have. My father-in-law's father, he has a garden. My mother-in-law took some pictures, and I saw him on Saturday, and he was like, oh my gosh, your tomatoes look amazing. You're doing so good. And I was like, thank you. Like, yeah, I know that they look amazing, and I just literally don't know how I'm doing it. And yesterday, or the episode that I posted earlier today from the other day, I called this a dahlia, but then called it a marigold. I know that it's a marigold, and I still haven't researched to know what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to harvest those seeds. Because I definitely want to harvest as much seed as I can this year so that I can grow from my own crops. And I do understand that, well, I tell you this, the bug spray so far is doing wonderful. I forgot what I was talking about before that. I was talking about blackberries. So the Google says if it's soft and easily comes off the vine. Oh, that one's got a little juice on it. This one looks like it might be ready. Maybe not. Kind of pulling hard. Hattie was out here earlier, so that one's good. Probably could have left that. Hattie was out here earlier, and she usually picks off all the blackberries and eats them. Because like I said, the last episode, that one's ready. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. That's pretty soft. That feels really good. Those are the dogs. I don't know if anybody else heard that. Well, the first time that happened today. This one looks like it got taken by something, and that one too. But we're going to take them. It's going to be us that takes those. You can see all these footprints. This is from Hattie over here earlier. I think that one's pretty soft. Oh, yeah, it's ready. That one feels about the same. This one just looks ready. Looks like it's screaming my name. This is more than what, let's say 4. That's 7 already. And I think Hattie ate 2 or 3 earlier. Man alive. Ask and ye shall receive. We can eat some fruit dip with these tonight. We need to come out here. Oh, I'm going to leave that. We need to come out here and pull up this grass and get it out here. So the other day I was weed eating and I accidentally knocked off the whole end of this free bush. I guess it's growing out of the roots. I'm not really sure, but I was pretty upset about that. That's what I get for not being careful. All right, let's check in on our squash. So we do need to do some work here on the squash plants. I'm not sure if I can set this up. This whole piece needs to come off because it's not doing anything. So I'm pretty frugal. And as the lower ones aren't doing their job anymore, looks like none of these, I take them off and I retie them. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. Seems like my bug spray is still working. I'm super happy about that. So I'm going to take that off and I'll reuse that. So let me make sure I'm getting the plant that I'm about to cut. Oops, that's not it. The plant that I'm about to cut is right there. All right, let's get into this. So this one has stood up a pretty good ways. You can't see it. Oh, and I don't have my gloves. Darn it. I'm gonna go get my cheek gloves. Oh, staple. We keep a pair of gloves out here hidden garden, which really is handy for when I come out and I've forgotten my gloves, because these leaves are real pokey, and I don't have my bucket. It's over on the other side too, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this one, and this one, which you can't see from that side, this one over here is broken. So it was broken right here. It's a leaf I should have taken anyways. Let's see, we're gonna take this guy. And if I understand correctly, by cutting these out, it's forcing the plant to shoot up and grow more. And we're gonna take this one. And there's no fruit out there, so I don't have to worry about that. And I've got a male and a female right here, and a male and a female right here going side by side. So I'm just gonna leave those there. And yep, this piece isn't working anymore. So I'm gonna take this one off, and I'm gonna move it right up here to where I cut. And I'm not sure if on the camera you can see that high, but hopefully you can. And hopefully I can get this untied, because I just want to reuse it at the next level. Maybe I'm pulling the wrong strand. Definitely, there it is. That's the one I need to be pulling. And this is real-time garden problems. It's not as simple as what they try to show you on those other videos. And obviously, I know they're cutting their videos back, and you can't just sit around and show everything that you do. But if you're new to gardening and you're watching those videos and you're expecting to be able to do things like those professionals because they're like, oh, it's so easy. And if you're like me, you're like, oh, it's so easy. And you get out here and in the real world, when you're actually doing it, you're like, oh my gosh, like this is not working out. And for me, my life is a struggle just about every single day. So I'm just gonna pull this back up. This guy stood up really well, so I'm very happy with myself on this one. And that's all I'm gonna do right there. And I usually just bring it around. I don't tie knots. I try not to tie knots. I tie those, like when you tie your shoelaces and you do that first little crossover. That's all I try to do. I just try to do several of those on each side. That way it makes it much easier when I come out here to just pull them apart. I'm going to go ahead and take this one off because I can reuse it. It's not doing anything right now. And I say it makes it easier if I can see that little string keeps flipping over. Get my little fingernails in there and pull it apart. Or not. Because it doesn't seem like it wants to come untied. And it's not a knot. It's just one of the little... It's just one of the... Oh, ant. It's just one of the little crisscrosses. Maybe if I can get them both. But also, you know, it's been pulled on. It's been tugged on. It's been rained on. So I guess they do get a little worn. But that's okay. Alright. This guy right here, he's got a big stem. I'm going to move this over. Ouch. I'm going to move it over to the other side. Because hopefully, let's see. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to see because it's on this, but I'm going to work on, I need to get him stood up. So the problem here is, all right, let's see this. The problem here is he's bent right here. And he's growing down right there, but I need to pick this up and stand it up but I don't want to break it, obviously, because I have a lot of fruit on that. So I'm not sure of the best way to go about this. Let's see if we can put this. How much can it see? I'm really not sure what you can see right now. Maybe if I go at it from this side. Oh, you can't see nothing when the camera's like that. There we go. Now let's see if we can get this piece stood up over here. See if there's anything that I can cut back. I don't think that there's anything that I can cut back simply because it's got this whole branch on this side over here and there's one coming out here. It's like it's growing new stems and I don't even know if that's good or not. But I need to be able to get this on the other side so that I can possibly stand it up. But I don't want to damage any of that over there. And I wish I'd have grabbed the other glove because this hurts. So if I can clip that bottom piece, I think I'm okay. So if I clip right there and get this one out of the way, shouldn't hurt my fruit. There we go. And I can move this one over. And possibly stand it up. I think I'm gonna have to cut this one. That's a big one. And I'm nervous about doing it because I've got two fruits right beside it. I'm really not sure what to do in this situation, so I'm gonna do the best I can. I got my gloves stuck. I'm gonna do the best I can and try really hard not to tear anything up. And I'm gonna take, is the one at the bottom? Yeah, but that one needs to stay. I'm gonna try to take this off. I need an extra hand. But I will say, usually after 7 o'clock coming out here, I'm getting swarmed on this side of the garden. And as of right now, my bug spray seems to be holding up, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Although the first batch that I made, I was really impressed with, until one day it didn't seem like it was working anymore. And so I made a different batch, and that batch didn't seem to work at all. Like, that was a terrible recipe. This recipe, so far, at least today, and also we had all that rain last night, so you would expect a whole lot of bugs. I see a couple flying around, but I hadn't heard any buzzing in my ears yet. Happy with that. All right. Now what I'm gonna try to do is delicately bring this from this side, ouch, and take it to the top without harming any of these little baby fruits over here, because there's a lot. All right. And I'm less worried, oops, got that around the fruit. I'm less worried about the fact that the stems, these leaves are all pointing down. They'll stand themselves up because they did that on their own when I moved that other stem over there. So I want to try to get as close to this stick as possible without hurting anything. Bring it up, and I'm going to try it. These were hot fence stakes, and so I'm going to try, oops, I'm going to try to get it as high as I can on one of those clips. Maybe not. I'll have to bring it over here. I don't even know if you can see what's going on anymore, but here in just a minute, I'll grab the phone and I'll show you what I did. I'm just tying my little crisscross knots. I'm only going to tie 2 because my back's hurting. Alright, so this is what I did. And these, yeah, they're all turning, but I'm not worried about that because I'm pretty sure that they're going to stand up on their own when the time comes. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I am going to harvest my zucchini, which you can see has grown ginormous in the past couple of days. There's still some more zucchinis that are growing. Our jalapenos are doing very well. Lots of baby jalapenos. More baby jalapenos in there. The other day I called this a ghost pepper. They're not. They're gypsy peppers. I also have to figure out what I'm supposed to do with those. We don't have any more banana peppers ready yet, but they're coming. And then we still have our 2 red bells that are growing. And I'm guessing I'm going to have to start staking it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a third one over here. There's a third one over here that I didn't see. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay. Well, that's all we're going to do for today. I'm going to finish because I try to limit this to 20 minutes. And I'm sure people get tired of me just rambling. So, anyways, that's it. We'll see what we get the next time you're here.